YouTube. Once again, guys, thank you for your support and all the views in the comments. This is going to be a defensive strategy to take away one of the money plays that is getting used by a lot of pros, and even pros have a hard time stopping this play. So I got in the lab, and I'm going to show you a very fast and easy defense to go ahead and take away a lot of people's reads with this particular money play out of the gun bench offset formation. One of the most popular formations in the game, used by top Madden players and a lot of the top players, pro players in the game. So you'll see this formation a lot, and this is a money play that will basically tear people up. So I'm going to show you how to run this particular play, why it's so effective, and then I'm going to show you a very simple, easy defense to actually stop this play, shut this play down, and force your opponent to basically make reads and decisions after the play is completely shut down or switch into a new offense. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, also that notification icon, because I try to show gameplay of me using my personal schemes that I like to run online. I'm constantly switching up my playbooks, and I'm also going to go ahead and take a look at the meta and show you defensive strategies to shut this down. So the play out of this particular formation, this is the Carolina Panthers playbook, but it's mesh post, mesh post, and this is a very effective play because it's got those effective crossers that a lot of people that have struggle against. And we also have a nice wheel with the running back, a stock wheel, which makes it very difficult to stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and show this to you against random defenses and show you why this particular play is so good. What the top Madden players are doing is they're taking the outside wide receiver and putting him on an out route, and then their slot receiver Samuels are going to put him on a slant route. Now we're not going to run it this way. We're actually going to go ahead and take that slot receiver and slide him over. And once he gets in, we're going to go and snap it and then make our progressions from there. Now, what makes this play great is that you've got these crossing concepts that you really can't. You're going to have players in the right position. You've also got this little wheel route underneath, and then you have a backside crosser too, because you've got this slant that's going to be going over that's going to give you fast progressions and reads. So what's great about this particular play is that you've got all these little areas that you need to dot your opponent up with, and it's going to be very hard for him to stop. So this is a good play to go ahead and use on third down situations, money down situations where you need to move the chains, pick up 5 or 6 yards or whatnot, because it's going to give you an opportunity to get some good plays. Now, I watch a YouTuber, his name's Mazomatic. I'll watch some of his videos because he's very entertaining, but it says occasionally he gets matched up with top players, and he used this particular play in money down situations. This is when I saw him moving the chains, is with this particular play against a tournament player that actually is like competitive player that won the San Francisco tournament with the 49ers, and he lost because of this particular play in particular, because it's just very difficult to stop. So let's go ahead and take a look at basically an easy defense that you can jump into and actually shut this particular play down and force your opponent to go ahead and make more progressions or basically gets coverage sacks. Now, you can conceptually stop this with a cover 6 defense. Now, the key to the cover 6 is that you want to have your cloud flat, your flat zone on the side of where the running back is going to be and the single wide receiver. So you want to have basically the deep quarters on the bunch side, and then you're going to have basically the cloud flat on the single wide receiver side. So that's how you want to run this defense. Now, another thing I wanted to point out to you is that with this particular defense, you have to make one minor adjustment, and then you're going to have to man up one of your guys. Now, another thing I want to point out too is that we want to have a light purple blue. So look at the cover 6 show for purple. See how the shade of that purple is a little bit lighter or a little bit darker than the one right below it, which is the cover 6. That's key. You want to have a light purple, and the light purple blue means it's a quarter flat, seam flat, and it's going to play the flat zone a little bit better. It's not going to fall back into a deeper zone, and it's key because you want to take away one of your opponent's reads with this. So we're going to go ahead and use this particular play right here, which is going to be the cover 9. And we're going to make our adjustments from there. All right, so this is basically the defense we're going to set up. And all we want to do is we want to go ahead and show blitz. We want to get the guys down in the box. Now, I have played around with this defense a little bit, and I found that if you take this defender right here and put him into a mid-read, where you're going to basically go ahead and select him and put him down into a middle read, he's going to actually go ahead and fall with a little bit more depth, but he's also going to take away one of the routes that is very hard to is a route that your opponent is going to be looking to go ahead and hit. Another thing too is that this is going to give you an opportunity to go ahead and use this safety to take away any kind of a run against your opponent if he tries to mix in the run with this particular play. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to manually chase this slant route. So this is the slant route by Samuels. He's going to be coming across. So we want to go ahead, and this is the route we're going to be looking for. So we're going to play down to the box, take away a run, in particular any other play, and then we're going to come back to the slant route. Now, as far as running this particular play, I want you to watch how this particular setup, this quick defense that we did with just a couple of adjustments, gets bagged opposed to what I was showing you before with randoms. So we're going to go ahead and motion this guy over, and then we're going to go ahead and snap the ball. And I want to show you basically on how this play basically bags pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instant replay. There are going to be some little areas that an opponent can hit, but for the most part, all those sweet zones or areas or reads that they're looking for in the pass are not going to be there. So first and foremost, this slant is going to be something you're going to look to right away. But if we're using this slant and following this slant, that's going to mess up our opponent, and we're going to chase it. So we're just assuming this is going to be our user guy chasing his slant and taking that down. So his next progression after the slant, he's going to look to this little wheel route. But take a look at this right here. This guy's falling down into this wheel route. If he tries to throw the out, this is going to get shut down because there's going to be a defender right here on the out. And then the last read that he's going to have is this route is going to be this deep post route that he's going to be looking towards. And look at this. Because of the mid read, this mid read right here, he's going to fall back into that passing lane and take away that mid read. And then once he flips away and gets away from it, this guy is actually trailing him, and he's going to go into a deep half. So that means this deep half is going to be able to go ahead and respond to any kind of a pass. Now, there is a little zone area that he actually could hit with the wheel, but I assure you that when he looks to his fast progression right here, this is where he's going to be looking to hit this wheel route, and he's going to see a defender, so he's going to make his progression for this crosser. You're manually taking it away, and then also this route is actually locked up. He's going to be screwed. He's not going to know what to do by then, and even the little flat route right here is going to be taken away. So we're going to motion this over. I want to just show you on how this pretty much locks up any kind of fast reads that he might want to consider throwing. So let's go ahead and throw the flat. You got a defender out there to go ahead and just shut that down. If he tries to throw the quick out, you've got a defender out there that actually can go ahead and pick 6 and 2. So that's going to shut that quick out for you. And then the underneath route by the running back is an area that he'll probably try to throw to, but there's going to be a defender in that area too that can take away his reads. So it's going to pretty much lock that down. And once again, if he tries to throw this particular play, he's going to be throwing into triple coverage if he tries to throw that deep post on the backside. So the only area that you're going to be vulnerable is going to be that slant that you have to manually take care of. So that's the only thing that you got to be concerned about. But for the most part, this play will get locked down. So I don't know if you guys run into guys that run a lot of these meta plays online, a lot of the pro plays, but if you run into mesh post, cover 6 is the way to go. And the key to this, to really locking this play down, is all you want to do is basically take one of your middle yellows, this 3-rec hook. Even though a 3-rec hook is really good, you want to go and put them into mid-read, because that's going to cover that deep post, and you don't have to worry about that. Actually, it's nothing you have to worry about. All you have to do is worry about is that slant that comes underneath, and actually go and take that away. Now, if he's hitting the slant early, what you can essentially do is you can go down to this guy right here and just put him in a spy. So that's going to put your opponent in a situation where if he wants to go and hit that quick read, because that's what he's basically been forced to do, now you've got a spy that actually is going to carry right over the middle as he's actually trying to make his reads and progressions. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that real quick on where that spy is going to fall right into that passing lane too. So those are quick adjustments. But guys, if you run into this play, this is basically cover 6 is the way to go. Take one of your yellows, put it into a middle read, and then you're going to use that motion slant and try to take away that crossing around the backside, because everything else is going to be locked up, and this guy's going to take sacks, take coverage sacks, and whatnot. So thank you once again for your support, guys. If you do like these type of tips, make sure you smash that like button. I'll be rolling out more offensive and defensive tips to take your game to the next level. So thank you for your support. Until next time.